So my personal example of the hero's journeys, because there are many, big and small, throughout life, throughout my life. Some of them last a day, some of them last a week, a month, a year, a decade. And I think once you start to see this metaphor, this, somebody called it an algorithm once, where it's something that can, follow a predictable formula and path, you'll see it represented in many ways. For me, a big one that was a long-lasting one, was me joining the U.S. Navy. When I was 19, I was kind of cruising along in high school. This was the 70s, going into the 80s, kind of party boy, the big Led Zeppelin hair. I think if I would have continued on that path without a separation, a fork in the road, I would have majored in bong making in junior college or something. Sorry, it's just a joke I've told in the past. I'm thankful for the moment where my Uncle Bob, long past now, and his wife, Aunt Lucy, brought me down to Eugene, Oregon, had a conversation to say, recognize, hey, this is a calling for you. This is a moment of separation. They invited me to join the U.S. Navy, and it was the perfect thing for me. It was the best thing that could possibly have happened. I found some direction, some discipline, some leadership that I didn't really have. I didn't have a leader in my life really at that time. People that saw me, saw my potential, challenged me even, and I got a degree in aviation there. I became an athlete to some degree. I got involved with other activities, volunteering, serving the world, which has continued to this day. So that was a huge hero's journey for me, and I think that the return, the gifts that I brought forward are many that came from that. A smaller version of that was in 1994. I was working in a business in Bellingham, Washington, and my mentor, George, bless your heart, George, one day fired me. He recognized this is as far as you're going to go. He knew I had something calling me. I had been a yoga practitioner. I was seeking something more than being a young businessman. I was volunteering a lot, a Big Brother, Humane Society, etc. And so he let me go. And it was the best thing that could have happened to me, because I moved back east to the ashram, Kripalu Center in Massachusetts. During that time, I was challenged by living there in this ashram, that supportive environment, to deal with some of my old stuff, the death of my dad, some of my patterns and behaviors that were, continuing with anxiety and depression, and some of the things that were kind of following me along that I didn't really even understand. And I really found myself and my connection to spirit, and that was really the beginning of me then moving on from there. The return was coming back to my life and new career, and became a massage therapist for many years, became a yoga teacher, even though I'm the least flexible person I know. But I really had the gifts of walking people through the fire of transformation, the hero's journey. I was representing that cycle already in my life before I even knew about the hero's journey, before I knew about Joseph Campbell. And I'm so grateful to know his work now. So join us for the hero's journey. Listen along, enjoy hearing from others. Maybe it inspires you. Maybe you're going to step forward and share your story. That would be great. I'd be happy to hear from you. Thanks for being here. Blessings on your journey.